Ousmane Ballon d'Or. Ousmane Ballon d'Or. Ousmane Ballon d'Or. Ousmane Ballon d'Or. Dembélé Ballon d'Or. Dembélé Ballon d'Or. Les gars, he did it, man. He did it. Ousmane Dembélé is the 2025 Ballon d'Or winner. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe those words have come out of my mouth when I was pushing the propaganda back in February. But at times, I didn't even believe it. I thought this is, a purple patch. Eventually, there will be regression back down to the mean. Why he was going on a scoring run, about to equal, Messi's 91 goals in this season. I thought eventually it's going to stop. But no, it continued. There was Liverpool, Villa, Arsenal, Inter Milan, and even beyond that, the Club Cup, Bayern, Real Madrid, the Super Cup. I think more than anything, I think this Ballon d'Or, to go beyond, the football and whatnot, I think this goes to show you that really in life, it sounds really cliche, it sounds really corny and whatnot, but it really is. Always believe in yourself, never stop, do not give up, always continue. Always continue. Because yes, Dembélé was always an extremely talented player, a player that people thought could have potentially Ballon d'Or potential. But after 2, 3, 4 years of constant injuries, terrible finishing, not being able to, having terrible decision making in the final third, people thought he was finished, he was washed. Moves to PSG at 25, 26. People say, voilà, Dembélé, what could have been. And then for him to go and do this, for all the players, for Dembélé to have a Ballon d'Or, before Kylian Mbappe, for Dembélé to have a Ballon d'Or and Neymar not to have one. I think it just goes and shows you that football is dynamic. You never know what's going to happen. And honestly, this, in terms of motivation, man, listen, this is not even to go and say whether you support what you want Dembélé to win, so on and so forth. I think this goes to show you, we were all here. It's not like Dembélé's, Mbappe, who, voila, early on, yes, he started really well, but then sort of, tailored off. People said he's a failed wonder kid and all those, had a good career and whatnot. But now, this is a vindication of all those years, all the mockeries, the Dembélins, he's terrible finishing, all the mockeries. But he is a Ballon d'Or winner. And on top of that, Ousmane Dembélé comes into an illustrious list of players who have won the Ballon d'Or, the Champions League, and the FIFA World Cup. Only 9 other men in the history of the game have done that. But now Ousmane Dembélé can count himself among them. Wow, man, I really don't know what to say. Especially pushing the propaganda, making videos, talking about this, bringing out the stats, looking at the numbers, all of these different things. So going to do my part. I'm not trying to say that I take the goal, but us as a collective, the people that push, the PSG fans, the non-PSG fans, the PSG fans, the people who that believe that Dembélé should win it, we all also had a part to play. In the club, voilà les gars, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful, man. This, it sounds cliche and it sounds, super duper, maybe emotional or not. It restores my faith in football, man. Ousmane Dembélé is a Ballon d'Or winner. Wow. And is it the most dominant one-side Ballon d'Or? No. But for me, in terms of what it means, this is the most important Ballon d'Or I've had. Obviously, listen, Messi for me is the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. But this Ballon d'Or for me eclipses any one Messi has ever and potentially will ever win. Obviously, I was extremely happy for Messi when he won the World Cup, but this for me goes down. I'll remember this day, especially all the work, being there early on in February, in January, pushing the propaganda. Dembélé Ballon d'Or after his hat tricks against Stuttgart and then Brest. I was there pushing Dembélé Ballon d'Or, Dembélé best player in the world. People said no. And obviously, towards the end, people said, it's Dembélé. He was, I think, logically the favorite to go and win it, but there was still uncertainty. People still didn't know, so on and so forth. And for me, it's a vindication. And especially hearing his speech, just the thing with Dembélé is not only is he an excellent football player, right? I think obviously you have to be to be able to win an award like this, but even just as a man, Dembélé is not somebody who you hear much of in social media. He's not somebody who attracts a lot of attention. He doesn't make crazy amounts of Instagram posts. He lives his life quietly. He has a wife. He has a child. Leads a pretty discreet life. You don't hear much from him. He's not in the medias and whatnot. Very humble. Doesn't come out saying outlandish stuff. And seeing the way he spoke, thanking the club, thanking all the people that brought him up through his life, at his club, his city, his 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝘾 where he grew up, the educators, the coaches and whatnot when he's growing up, the city, the schools, his friends, his local hood friends, remembering like where he came from, really remembering the streets that brought him up and whatnot, thanking his family, bringing his mom up onto the stage, and doing so, genuine emotion. Bro, when Ousmane Dembélé, I was about to shed a tear, man. But I'm not one, to get super I was about to shed a tear. Seeing Ousmane Dembélé there, who is somebody who's typically, pretty composed, calm, and, always likes to, put on a joke and whatnot. Even in that time, he's going and saying like, he's stressed. And honestly, you have every right to be. You have every right to go and cry. Let all the emotions out there. And for me, that speech for me is a 10 out of 10. One of the acceptance speeches for an award and whatnot. Absolutely impeccable. Thanking the PSG, the staff, the players, the managers, the backroom staff, everybody around the club, everybody that's ever helped him at the club, even going and thanking Barcelona, saying that he was able to realize a dream playing for Barcelona. Even though all the things that the fans have said, the circumstances of getting knocked out, he's always had nothing but positive things to say about FC Barcelona. Class from beginning to end. I think you can go and say because, the way he led Barcelona, but in terms as a human being, you cannot hate Ousmane Dembélé. A role model for all people up there, not only in terms of, the achievement, the journey he's gone on to be where he is today, but even just in terms of the man, the person that he actually is. What a night, man. What a night. What a way. PSG going, not only Dembélé winning the Ballon d'Or, PSG getting Club of the Year, Luis Enrique winning Manager of the Year, 𝙀𝙢𝙖𝙞𝘾𝙄𝑼𝙠 getting, finishing second in the Copa Trophy. Donnarumma, who, yes, obviously is now a City player, but was given the award as a PSG player for what he did for PSG. And even beyond that, you had Luis Enrique's daughters, that passed away, Jean, his foundation winning, the Socrates Award. What a night for PSG. What a night for PSG. What a night for football. And yeah, man, it's just, wow. And in this time, obviously, I'll make more dedicated videos about, the Ballon d'Or, the list, and who finished how, so on and so forth, later on and whatnot in more, specified videos. But just for now, it's incredible to go and you think that, despite all the stuff that happens, obviously, you push your players, you push your club, you back your club, so on and so forth. I also want to say congratulations to everybody else. 𝙀𝙾𝘾𝘼𝘾, who finished second as an 18-year-old. Absolutely insane to be able to go and do that. And obviously, listen, it's hard to go and make predictions about the Ballon d'Or and whatnot. But seemingly, if things continue, knock on wood, 𝙀𝙾𝘾𝘼 will win a Ballon d'Or sometime in his career. Assuming everything goes right, excluding external circumstances and whatnot, what a player he is. But to all the players, Vitinha, Hakimi, Rafinha, Cole Palmer, all those players and whatnot, congratulations. It's an extremely impressive award to be able to go and be nominated as one of the best players in the world. But yeah, man, I really don't know what to say. Congratulations also to France football. I thought that the ceremony, there were things that were a bit shaky and whatnot. But in fairness, what we have to go and say is that, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. The suspense was, kept tight till the very end. Yes, we had premonitions of who might win this, that, and the other, but at the end, we did not know who was going to win the Ballon d'Or. We truly did not know who would win the Ballon d'Or. And in the end, the production, it was truly suspenseful. We were truly in the dark. What a performance this time around. And so, yeah, I'm going to try to keep this video short. I don't want to say much more. I want this to be, a positive video, a video that we can go and we can all share, the footballing community come together and actually appreciate and enjoy. And Ousmane Dembélé, Ousmane Dembélé is the 2025 Ballon d'Or winner. This is something. Follow your dreams. Do not give up. Always believe in yourselves and go fight until the very end. And guys, with that, thank you guys very, very much for listening to this video. Thank you to everybody that was there on stream to live it live with me. And I hope to do it again in the future. And with that, guys, it's been a pleasure as always. And remember, stay safe, stay kind, and stay blessed. Godspeed.